Jesus is talking about an attitude that leads to a lifestyle of denying ourselves, taking up our cross, and following Him. And the reason that He wants us to deny ourselves, take up our cross, and follow Him is not so that we can be miserable with Him. It's for the same reason that He denied Himself and took up His cross. Because He says, "For the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give His life as a ransom for many."
In Him was life, and that life was the light of men, He says in John 1. The light has shone in the darkness, yet the darkness has not understood it.
And we have many people in this room that are lost or straying or injured or weak. And we have many people out there. And we deny ourselves and we take up our cross for their sakes, and ultimately for our own. So that by losing our life for Jesus and the Gospels, we might then save it.
That's our job. Like John the Baptist, to be a witness to the light, to point others to this light. It's in John chapter 12, in part of Jesus' closing speech, before the foot washing, before all that talk of the Spirit He will soon send, before the closing prayer of John 17, before His arrest, before all that happens, toward the end of His ministry, He says, put your trust in the light while you'll still have it, so that you may become sons, and He would also include daughters, that you would become the people of light.
With Jesus Christ, with an empty tomb, you and I have resurrection confidence. We know the testimony of the Bible is true. We know that we don't have to be identified by our sin and our shame and our fears. We have the ability to walk through this life. And when Satan offers up lies, they should just bounce off, because that's not our identity. That's where I want us to see ourselves as we seek resurrection confidence.
Are we willing to step up and say, we'll be that? We'll be the people of light. Do we have the courage to come out of the shadows and live in the light? And by coming out of the shadows and living in the light, reflecting that light to the people around us.
It's not enough that we should just simply be like Jesus, but we should also deny ourselves for the same reason that Jesus did. And Jesus gave up Himself. Jesus denied Himself. Jesus laid down His life. Jesus gave up His comfort, gave up His dreams, gave up Himself for the sake of others, for the sake of souls.